Hello there. Happy Sunday night. It is Sunday, November the 5th, 2023, and I am really excited to join you all tonight. Going to be on here for just a few minutes. This is going to be an abbreviated reaction to the Arrow Video January 2024 titles announcements that went out about a week ago. I was a little bit delayed in reacting to these. Of course, life happened, some things happened on that Friday of the announcements that I had to tend to. And fortunately, very happy that things are on the mend there with my family member. And I am very, very happy about that and just praying for the road to recovery to continue and keep getting better and better. So sometimes life happens, it's all good. I know that God is in control, so that is a good thing. But did want to make sure I got my reactions out to these Arrow video titles that have been announced. Now, this is a little bit, of course, late in the game, but still wanted to get my thoughts out there. Looks like Arrow Video has announced 3 titles for the month of January. So gonna look forward to getting into these titles and seeing what you all think about them as well. So I'm looking forward to your comments, whether you're joining here live tonight or whether you are catching this on a replay. Hope you're having a great time here in early November. We are now on standard time. So we have made that time change and we have put daylight savings time to bed. So no more EDT at this moment. It is now EST, Eastern Standard Time. And I am very excited about it. So without any further ado, I do want to get to a couple of comments, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about this Criterion collection sale that's starting in just a few hours. Now, I am actually not home right now. I'm at a I'm actually at a conference. So I am in a hotel resort lobby. So the lighting is not great where I'm at, but it's all good. I'll be sharing my screen. But let me see what comments we have out here. We have Mr. Dell. How are you doing, sir? Hope you are doing well. That is me saying looking forward to talking Arrow releases in a few, which is now. I'm me saying hello to Dell. Let's see. Hello there, internet user. Hope you're doing well. Chris Brown says, is that Chris Brown, the singer? No, Chris Brown. Chris, hey, James, looking forward to the stream. Looking forward. Glad that you have joined us, Chris. Glad that you are here. Bill Nerd, super excited. Yes. Wow, I was first. Yes, Dell, you were first, sir. You were the first, my friend. Metalface says, crap, now I gotta get a 4K player. Yeah, it's a good time to get a 4K. Well, you definitely want to have a 4K player if you want to enjoy these great movies on 4K and the highest level of quality. So it all depends on your taste and kind of where you are as a physical media collector. Haha, me too. And see, Dell says, glad your family member is getting better. Yes, mom is getting better. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Now, let's talk for a quick second about the Criterion Collection sale. So I do want to share my screen with you here, and we will bring up something for your perusal here. The Criterion Collection sale at Barnes & Noble, the 50% off sale is starting tomorrow on November the 6th, Monday, November the 6th, and it will run through Monday, December the 4th. So Criterion Collection titles will be 50% off at Barnes & Noble stores and online. And if history holds the form, we should see Amazon potentially price matching the sale. So they have done that in the past recent years. So I would expect them to continue doing that during this November Barnes & Noble sale. But I did a poll on my community tab here just asking, how many titles do you plan to pick up in this year's November 50% off sale? And based on this poll, it looks like a pretty good number of you, like about 7 out of 8 of you, are looking to participate in the sale at some level. So you see at the top, 13% said that you're sitting it out. You're not planning on participating in this sale. Maybe you've collected as many Criterion titles as you need right now. Maybe you stocked up on the flash sale from a few weeks ago. Maybe you're good for now and you just plan to sit out this Criterion sale. And maybe you're just not interested in any Criterion titles that are out there right now, or you're just not a Criterion person. For whatever reason, 13% said, I'm sitting this one out. Of the other 87%, most of those are in the camp of saying, hey, I'm going to keep it modest. I am going to participate in the sale, but I'm only going to get 1 to 5 titles. That's 64%, or almost two-thirds of people. About 15% are in the bucket that I'm in, which is collecting 6 to 9 titles. So I've got about 7 or 8 titles on my wish list. Check out that video on this channel. So these are folks that plan to indulge a little. So we're going to get 6 to 9 titles. And then there are the people who fall in the camp of 10 or more. And that's 8% who said that they plan to get 10 or more titles. Yes, the sickness is real. So let me know in the comment section which camp you fall in. But I'm really looking forward to this sale. I've got about 7 titles that I'm really excited about, including that Jackie Chan Emergence of the Star, that collector set. Really excited about that. I'm, of course, excited about Mean Streets on 4K. Really looking forward to that title, as well as La Ceremonie, and a few titles that came out earlier, like Nanny and some other titles. So definitely looking forward to this Criterion Collection sale at Barnes & Noble in the month of November. So let me know in the comments where you fall on this particular sale. So let's go ahead and share our screens. Your screen. I'm sharing my screen with you. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Twitter feed, the feed owned by Mr. Elon Musk. Elon Musk owns this platform for a year now. Yeah. So Arrow Films video, time for our January 2024 reveals. This was October 27th. So I always love to see that on that Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So we are going to talk about these titles. Again, there's 3 titles that have been announced from Arrow Video for the month of January 2024. So when I look at the titles from 2 of my favorite labels, Criterion and Arrow, this gives me a good idea. Okay, here's how the year is starting out. I was super excited with Criterion's releases for January 2024. So now let's see what Arrow has in store for us. Now, the first title that we have here is Carrie, limited edition 4K. This is pre-order Carrie in the UK via HMV Tweets. So you see what that edition looks like here on my Twitter feed. This is a very interesting looking set. I believe this is the same set here. This is a new UK title, Carrie limited edition 4K. So you see the box, you see the poster, you see the movie cards, you see the 4K disc here. And I believe that this appears to be a booklet here, but we'll read about that. So you have this wonderful looking edition on HMV Tweets is an option. Amazon UK is an option, and of course, directly on the Arrow site. So let's go ahead and click directly on the Arrow site, and I will stop sharing, and I will reshare so you can actually see where I'm at. So forgive the clunkiness here. Just want to make sure you can see what I'm seeing. All right, so this is on the Arrow site, and it is Carrie limited edition 4K Ultra HD. So this is going to be interesting because I've got to decide whether or not I'm going to pick up this set, because I have that Carrie Steelbook. So I already have that edition on 4K, and I also have the previous Blu-ray edition. So for me, it's going to come down to what special features are in this Arrow set that are not on my previous editions, whether it's my 4K set Steelbook or my Blu-ray set. Just need to do that comparison. Let me know in the comment section if you've done that comparison, and if so, if there's anything in here that jumps out as being new features in this set. But of course, for those of you who are not familiar, this film from Brian De Palma is one of my absolute favorites from this director. If I had to say, if somebody asked me, James, what is your absolute favorite Brian De Palma film? I would say my absolute favorite Brian De Palma film, if I had to name one, I would say it would be Carrie and Blowout. That would be it. That would be the one, Carrie and Blowout. So it would be those 2. So I can't decide between the 2, but Carrie and Blowout are my absolute favorite Brian De Palma films. And then Then I would say, Dress to Kill and others. I just love Brian De Palma. But for those of you who are not familiar, this is the film that was adapted from the Stephen King novel, and it's about a young girl named Carrie White, who is a girl that has telekinetic powers. Her mother is a bit of a religious fundamentalist zealot who is a bit on the extreme side, and she's very controlling and demanding of her daughter. And she's in high school, and she, of course, is dealing with a lot of issues with some of her friends in high school, or so-called friends, who pick on her, and it ends up causing some major problems for everybody. So it says here in 1974, Stephen King published his first novel, the story of Carrie White, a troubled young girl bullied by her peers and daughter to a fanatical fundamentalist mother who discovers she has telekinetic powers. In 1976, it became the first of his works to be adapted for the big screen, and to this day remains one of the very best. That is so absolutely true, folks. Carrie is one of the all-time masterpieces of cinema, one of the all-time masterpieces of horror cinema. It is just absolute brilliance. It is so absolutely on point. I cannot even begin to tell you. There's a remake that stars Chloe Grace Moretz as Carrie, and also stars Julianne Moore, who plays the mother, but it doesn't come close to this original. Piper Laurie played Carrie White's mother, and she was absolutely brilliant in this film. She recently passed away. But yeah, so Carrie is just one of the all-time classics. This is a 4K restoration from the original camera negative. I suspect this might be the same 4K master that was on the previous 4K editions, but we'll have to double check. This has Dolby Vision. It has this commentary. As I'm just sort of scanning as I scan these features here, yeah, I'm not seeing anything that indicates like new commentary or new interviews or new visual essays or anything to that effect. It appears that all of these features might be archival features from previous editions, but they're just being packaged in this new Arrow Video 4K limited edition box set. So you do get limited edition packaging with the reversible sleeve, so love that. You get the 40-page perfect bound book. You get a fold-out double-sided poster, and you get 6 double-sided collector's postcards. So all of that is featured here with the nice, box. You get the perfect bound book. You get your poster. You get the reversible sleeves and everything, which I would imagine that the reversible sleeve will show this on one side and this on the other side. And then you get these movie cards and your 4K disc and your perfect bound book. That is your package. But it's a very nice package indeed. And I would say that if you don't already have Carrie on physical media, and if you don't already have this on 4K, then I think this is an absolute no-brainer. If you're a Stephen King fan, if you are a Brian De Palma fan, this is an absolute must-get for anyone who falls in that category. If you're a horror fan, definitely consider checking this one out. For me, it's going to come down to, like I said, I've got to do a comparison of, it looks like the features that are listed there, I either have on my Blu-ray set or on my 4K Steelbook. So this might be one that if I do get it, it would be for this Arrow 4K limited edition packaging. So that is the first title that's been announced. And I want to hear what you all think about Carrie. Do y'all love this film as much as I do? Because I absolutely love this movie. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about it. Let's see. So internet users, semi-related, I bought the Criterion DVD editions of The Rock and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas yesterday at $1.50 each. That's nice. OMG, that's a great deal. Found Criterion Blu-rays for 12 recently. Cool. So yeah, Dell just bought the 4K Steelbook that Arrow did for Carrie a few weeks ago, so I'll pass. Yeah, I mean, if you already have Carrie on 4K, I'm not really seeing much reason to get this unless, again, you just want that packaging. But if you don't already have it, then I think those are the folks that would be inclined to get this. Traveling Man said, I got the Carrie 4K from Shout. I'll pass. Yeah, absolutely. Adrian, hello, Adrian. Hope you're doing well across the pond. I meant Scream Factory, said Dell. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pass on this one because I don't want to pay to get it imported. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It is a UK title. It is not US, Canada. It is UK. So Carrie sure was Carrie sure was dressed to kill. Apologies for the bad joke. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes. I gotta love the nerdy film jokes. Yeah. I was never a huge fan of Carrie, though it was a good movie, but not great. So not really interested in Carrie's special edition. But I am getting the Warriors limited arrow set. Yeah, okay, sounds good, Raymond. Sounds good. Appreciate it, film nerd. And film nerd says no problem. But yeah, so that's Carrie. So again, this comes down to consumer choice. There are people who already had the Blu-ray edition of Carrie, and they're happy with it. They don't want the 4K. They don't want anything. They already have the movie. They're happy with it, and they're good. Then there's others who have the previous 4K edition, and like myself, and I already have all those special features. I have really no reason to get this Arrow edition. But then there's others who don't have carry on physical media at all, and you want to get this set. So again, this is an option available to you. So let me reshare my screen, and we can go to my Twitter page again. But yeah, as in terms of the movie, I simply cannot recommend it enough. Just absolutely love Carrie. That is the one title that's coming out from Arrow in January that I've actually seen. Now, this next title here is a title that's available in the US. It's called Murphy's War, and it's available through Unobstructed View. It's available through Grindhouse, and it is available also in Canada based upon this link to Arrow Films video. Let's go ahead and click the Arrow Films video link here. And I will stop sharing, and then I will reshare. We can actually see my screen, Murphy's War. So let's go to Murphy's War. This is the limited edition Blu-ray. Now, this is a Blu-ray edition. This is not 4K. So this is a very interesting wartime film. And it's basically World War II is ending. World War Murphy has just begun. So you have Peter O'Toole, who played in Lawrence of Arabia, and stuntman. He joins forces with director Peter Yates, who did Bullet, starring Steve McQueen, and The Friends of Eddie Coyle, which is great, starring Robert Mitchum, in this blisteringly acerbic, wildly entertaining film about the absurdity of war. So it says, during the last days of World War II, the merchant ship Mount Kyle is sunk by a German U-boat off the coast of Venezuela, and the sailors machine gunned in the water. Only Murphy survives, making his way to shore where he is nursed to health by Dr. Hayden, Sion Phillips, a pacifist Quaker who runs a missionary settlement near the mouth of the Orinoco River. So when Murphy discovers that the U-boat is now hiding further up the river using the jungle for cover, he becomes obsessed with retribution and begins a one-man war to sink the German U-boat, no matter the cost. So that's why it's called Murphy's War. So definitely sounds interesting. So he's looking to get revenge against the German ship that killed his war mates. So looks very interesting. You have this Blu-ray edition set here that is interesting looking. You see the cover. So yeah, it's a very nice looking set there. And it's one that I'm still deciding if this is one that I want to consider picking up or not. I'm sort of on the fence on this particular title. I will stop sharing, and I will reshare again, and we'll go to the IMDb site, and we'll take a look at Murphy's War. Let's take a look at this movie real quick. Again, this is the 1971 movie starring Peter O'Toole, Sion Phillips, and Philip Norrett. And it's directed by Peter Yates. It says a lone survivor from a British naval ship is obsessed with getting revenge on a German U-boat crew that massacred his shipmates in the water. So very interesting, a wartime revenge type tale. Here are your cast members. Peter O'Toole played Murphy. Cian Phillips played Hayden. Philip Merritt played Brezen. Horst Jansen played Locks. John Holland played Ellis. So yeah, very interesting looking film. You see some photos here from the film. So yeah, I mean, let me know in the comment section if you've seen this movie. This is a good, interesting looking wartime movie. So let me know in the comment section if you have seen Murphy's War. Now I'm going to stop sharing again, and I'm going to go ahead and reshare. And we're going to go ahead and get right into Conan, which is the last title, because that has quite a bit to go through. Then I'll come back out, go through your comments. We'll put a nice bow on this and continue on with November and get ready for this Criterion sale on tomorrow. So yes, so the next title here is Conan the Barbarian. This, of course, stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. You also have Max von Sydow in this film and James Earl Jones. So a very interesting cast. But this is the film Conan the Barbarian, available in the US and Canada. In Canada, it's available through Unobstructed View. In the US, available through Grindhouse. A lot of different options here. You have Conan the Barbarian edition, which is available on limited edition 4K through Arrow Films Video, and this set that looks like this. But then you also have this US and Canada title Conan the Barbarian edition here, which I think looks a little bit differently. I think it's, or is it the same? I apologize. There appear to be some differences in the way these sets look. So there's a variety of options. There's also the Conan the Destroyer 4K Ultra HD. And I'm not sure, is Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer, are they two different films? I should actually look that up real quickly while I'm here. Is that a different film? Ah, I see Conan the Destroyer and Conan the Barbarian. Ah, okay, okay. So what we're looking at here, folks, it appears that these are two different films. You have Conan the Barbarian available on 4K in these different buying options. And then you also have Conan the Destroyer that is available in the US and Canada on Arrow Films Video, on the Unobstructed View and Grind Video. So you have Conan the Destroyer, the 1984 film, and Conan the Barbarian, the 1982 film. So it looks like there's 4 titles, if I'm thinking about this correctly. Y'all correct me to make sure that I'm doing this correctly here. Now, I have here the Conan Chronicles, which is Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. You have the option to buy them both together, it would appear, in the same set, which is very interesting. Wow, the Conan Chronicles. Look at this. And these are both available in the US and Canada. So, okay, now let's go ahead and dig into this, folks, here. Let me go ahead and click this link to Conan the Barbarian. Let's start with Conan the Barbarian real quickly. And let's go to the Arrow Videos edition. So I'll stop sharing, I'll reshare. Wow, this is more involved than I thought. This is why we look at this stuff, folks. All right, so this is Conan the Barbarian limited edition set, $45 here, and it is available in the US. And you have a young Conan. He sees his family being slaughtered by an evil snake cult. He's raised as a slave. Conan's played by Schwarzenegger. He rises up through the fighting pits, becoming an unparalleled and fearsome warrior. He is freed one day, and then his companions are enlisted by King Osrock, played by Max von Sydow, to free his daughter from the hypnotic clutches of the same cult that murdered Conan's family long ago. Okay, led by the shape-shifting sorcerer Thulsa, Doom, played by James Earl Jones. Okay, so interesting. So this is the adventure that Conan is going on. You get a brand new 4K restoration of the original negative, double-sided fold-out poster. You get 6 collector's cards. You get Dolby Vision on the 4K, a Dolby Vision grade. And we do get, in addition to the archive feature commentary, a brand new feature commentary, newly assembled isolated score track, a lot of new features here, newly filmed interviews. So a ton of newly filmed special features are in this Conan the Barbarian edition, 4K Ultra HD. So this is a very nice looking edition with a lot of new special features that have not been available before on this Conan the Barbarian limited edition 4K Ultra HD. It's hitting the streets on January the 16th, 2024. So that is very exciting. You see this nice looking set, the perfect bound book. You see the box, you see the disc case, you see the poster here, these movie cards. You get these discs. Now the discs, you have disc 1, which is a 4K disc, and then disc 2 has all of these extras. So this is one nice looking 4K set of Conan the Barbarian limited edition 4K Ultra HD available in the US and Canada January the 16th. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to go back to my Twitter site here and I am going to click on Conan the Destroyer, and then I'm going to reshare my screen so y'all can see the Conan the Destroyer entry on Arrow Video site. So that was Conan the Barbarian. We're also getting Conan the Destroyer limited edition 4K, which is fascinating. It says the most powerful legend of all is back in a new adventure. So after conquering the box office with his first outing as the sword-wielding Cimmerian, Arnold Schwarzenegger returns in Conan the Destroyer, an exciting and action-packed sequel from veteran director Richard Fleischer, The Vikings, that amps up the fantasy adventure and hews closer to the character's pulp and comic book origins. Okay. So we're getting a brand new 4K restoration, again, from the original negative, similar to The Barbarian. You get Dolby Vision. We're getting some archive feature commentaries, as well as a brand new feature commentary, newly assembled score. We get several newly filmed interviews, just like for Conan the Barbarian, getting some new interviews for Conan the Destroyer. So very nice. You get the double-sided poster. You get 6 double-sided collector's postcards, an illustrated collector's book. So very nice. Nice looking set with your box, your disc case, the reversible, I believe you get the reversible going on here. I believe that's reversible. I have to double check that. But you get your poster here, your perfect bound book, you get your 4K disc, you get these movie cards. In this case, you're just getting one disc, a 4K disc with the movie. And all those features are on the disc, on the 4K disc. So very nice, very nice. And then I'm going to come out of this and I'm going to go to the option that allows you to purchase both of them together in the Conan Chronicles. So let me reshare my screen and you can see that. This is the Conan Chronicles, which is Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer limited 4K Ultra HD. So you get both movies in this set. You get both of the posters. You get, I believe, 2 disc cases, perfect bound book. You get 3 discs. So it's everything in those first 2 sets combined into one, I presume, one big box that puts them both together. You get Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer in this Conan Chronicles edition. It is going for $60, which appears to be a nice deal versus purchasing them separately. And it is going to be available January the 16th as well. So very nice. It's got all of the features from the previous set. So, I mean, from the separate editions for Barbarian and Destroyer, but it just packs them all into one set for $60. So if you are a fan of both of these movies, this might be the way to go. I personally am going to have to decide if I'm interested in getting both of these films or if I am really more inclined to just say, you know what, I think I might just go with the first film and be done. That might be the path that I go because I may or may not be interested in The Destroyer. But let me know in the comment section what you think. So those are the titles. I'm going to come back out here and get your comments and see what you all think about these films here. See, Dell says, I've never seen Murphy's War. I have not either. I'm looking forward to checking it out, but I've never seen it. Never seen it. Let's see here. Speaking of O'Toole, I saw Lawrence of Arabia earlier this year, and it is quite amazing. I should have seen it sooner. Okay. Yeah. I still need to watch that film, quite honestly. I have not seen it. I really focus on exclusively horror films and westerns from Arrow, so this month was kind of a disappointment. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a ton being offered for January, but some films that I think people will be excited about. I was surprised just now realizing that it's two Conan films coming out. So that was interesting. The Conan 2 movie 4K set is a no-brainer. Conan's a classic, but somewhat underrated. But I'll probably wait for an Arrow sale to buy. Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, James. Yeah, that Conan looks killer. What's going on, Huck? Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're doing great. Is I am very tempted by the Conan set. Yeah, I've got to decide whether I'm going to get just the first film or if I'm going to get the Chronicles. I've got to decide which way I'm going to go with it. So that is something to think about. Hi, James. I'm thinking of getting them both Chronicles. Okay. Yeah, I think a number of people are going to go that route because it appears to be quite a bargain to get both of them together versus getting them separately. If one is selling for $45 a piece, think you might want to get the Chronicles. See, Ethan says Arrow release I'm most excited about now is Witness. Okay, super duper. Speaking of that, let's do a quick perusal here of what is coming out from Arrow. So we are, of course, these are the recent releases in September. Of course, that Cycle set. I'm going to be on the lookout for that to see if Barnes and Noble is going to have a sale on Arrow titles in November, and if so, hopefully Cycle will be available. Of course, Witness came out in October along with Hellraiser, Desperate Hours, so that's exciting stuff. Then in November, we're getting Barbarella here, which I'm very much looking forward to that one. I plan to get that title as well as Tremors 2 on 4K. And then this Conan Joe set here, or Coffin Joe set, is also coming out in November. And in December, we're getting The Warriors, very exciting. The Day of the Locust is coming out. We're getting this Savage Western set and getting this Chucky set in the month of December. Now, for Chucky, I recently got Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3 on 4K. From Scream. So I got those already, and I also have the other films on Blu-ray. So I'm good on that. But if you're interested in picking up this Chucky set, that's a good set. Just keep in mind that the original Child's Play film in this set is on Blu-ray, not 4K. The other 6 films are on 4K. And then, of course, we have our January slate for Arrow, which is, of course, Carrie in that nice 4K set. Again, if you don't have Carrie on physical media, that is a nice looking set and a great looking way to get that film in your physical media library. It's going to have all those nice archival special features. So if you don't already have it on physical media, that'll be a great way to go, as well as this Murphy's War, this Blu-ray set. If you're interested in war films, that may be a way to go. Keep in mind that the Psycho set is available, or I'm sorry, that the Carrie set is a UK title. Murphy's War is a US and Canada title. And then all of these Conan sets options, whether it's Conan the Barbarian separate 4K set, Conan the Destroyer separate 4K set, or the Conan Chronicles that combines them into one, double pack set. Those are all available in the US and Canada. So definitely keep that in mind. So let's see what else you have to say here. Uh, let's see. The film nerd says same about Witness. And then we have here James, definitely check out Lawrence of Arabia, one of the all-time classic, epic, but a little long. Yes, I do need to check it out. I have it on Blu-ray. I have not bought the 4K, but I definitely need to check that film out. I have Carrie 4K, so I think I'm going to pass on that set. Yeah, a lot of people fall into that camp. Well, anyway, folks, I did want to come on here and just share my thoughts and my reactions. I think the Conan set is definitely interesting. It's one that I will think about. I will also be thinking about Murphy's War, trying to decide, because I do like war films. I do like classic war films, and that might be one that may get my attention. And then as far as the Carrie set, it's going to come down to, are those special features? Is there anything in those features that I don't already have? The likelihood is I'm just going to stick with my Steelbook and I'm good. I already have it on 4K and I think I'm good to go. I also have probably all those special features from my previous sets, whether it's on Blu-ray or my 4K Steelbook of Carrie. So I think I'm good on that. But let me know in the comments what you plan to pick up. Now, of course, tomorrow is the Criterion Collection sale at Barnes & Noble. So we're very excited about that. There is so much in the way of titles to consider picking up in the Criterion Collection sale. So definitely check out my playlist of Criterion Collection Blu-ray and 4K reviews on this channel. And also, I've got a live stream set up for next Saturday, next weekend. Similar to last year, I did a Noirvember live stream. Last year, I did one on 2 Criterion Collection editions. One was like a classic noir film, and that was Detour, which is a really, really cool film. And then a more modern noir film, and that was Thief from 1981. So I did those noir films this year, doing a similar thing, but in this case, the classic noir film is Sweet Smell of Success from Alex McKendrick, starring Tony Curtis and Burt Lancaster. And the more modern title is the Coen Brothers' Blood Simple from 1984, I think, starring Frances McDormand. So those are 2 excellent, I mean, excellent titles to consider picking up in the Barnes & Noble sale. Now, keep in mind that the Blood Simple title is available on Blu-ray currently from Criterion, but in January, it's getting a 4K Ultra HD upgrade. So if you care about 4K, you may want to hold off on Blood Simple in this Criterion sale. You may want to skip it and wait to get it in January when it's available on 4K. Now, if you don't care about 4K, if you're perfectly happy with the Blu-ray format, then this November will be a great time to get Blood Simple on Blu-ray, because these are 2 great titles to consider, nice noir titles to consider for the Barnes & Noble sale. So I will come on live next week, next Saturday, and talk about those 2 titles, similar to what I did last year with Thief and Detour. But this year it'll be Sweet Smell of Success and Blood Simple. So look for that live stream next Saturday night. But again, I want to just pop out a few more of these comments here and see what y'all think here. Let's see. Ethan said, just watched that Carrie remake a few weeks ago for the first time, and it was really boring. Yeah, I think it was kind of okay. It wasn't awful. It wasn't like the Psycho remake. It wasn't like that bad, but it was one of those things where I thought to myself, this isn't bad. It's just not necessary. Some remakes are totally not necessary. It's the way I think about it is, they should have just skipped it. Just skip. Just don't even bother with it. Is how I feel about it. But I like Chloe Grace Moretz. I like Julianne Moore, and I think they were fine in their roles. But very tough act to follow with Sissy Spacek and Piper Laurie. Dell says, I really want Blood Simple. Blood Simple is so, so good. It is one of my absolute favorite films from Joel Ethan Cohen. I would say for me, it is No Country for Old Men, Blood Simple, and The Big Lebowski. Those would be my top three from the Coen brothers, for sure. See, internet user says I will more than likely buy Blood Simple on 4K. Yeah, I think I will as well. 100%. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. I just wanted to come on here. I wasn't able to do it a week ago because of some things that have come up, but sort of getting on the other side of that, and wanted to come on here and just share my thoughts and my reactions on these Arrow Video titles. I'm looking forward to seeing what else Arrow Video will announce for the rest of the first quarter as they get 2024 started. But those titles that are coming out, appear to be a pretty good start for the label in 2024. But I want to hear what you think in the comment section, as well as what else you're excited about in the world of physical media and entertainment. Really happy for those who were able to join me tonight. Hope that you have a great rest of your Sunday night. Get adjusted to this time change for those of you who do change time wherever you are in the world. But hope you have a great rest of your Sunday night and a great week ahead. Thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll look to see you next time at the movies. Peace. Good night, y'all.